Mrs. M. Priyadarshini, ME MBA, is doing PhD, is currently working as teaching fellow in the Department of IST, Anna University, Chennai. She completed a master's in software engineering from Anna University. She has about 10 years of experience in handling courses for UG and PG. She was serving as technical evangelist for corporate over 4 years in Java Enterprise Technologies, software engineering, databases, OOAD, and design patterns. She is proficient in handling IT projects as well into concept development for enterprises. She is doing a research in the area of web services security. Her other areas of interest include software engineering, OOAD, databases, enterprise technologies, and service-oriented architecture. She holds many journal publications and conference proceedings in her research area.
So in this session, we are going to see about readers, few readers which are left out, readers and writers that is available in IO package, class hierarchy of readers and writers, demos of various readers and writers. So in your previous session, we were discussing about pushback reader. So now input stream reader class. So input stream reader performs the character encoding scheme. The class input stream reader extends the reader class. So reader is your base class. So we have seen in the previous session that reader is the base class for all the other reader classes that are available, and the reader classes handles your character data type. So here, as already I have told you in previous session, so here input stream reader could act as a bridge between the character stream and the byte stream. So you can see here input stream reader, I am creating an instance of the input stream reader. In that I am giving system.in as my parameter. So this system.in is a byte stream, whereas your input stream reader is a character stream. So from your byte stream your data is read, whereas in terms of characters. So you can see that input stream reader acts as a bridge between your byte stream and character stream. So here you can see that you have a buffer reader, you have an input stream reader, and then for this input stream reader your input will be input stream. So system.in is an input stream. So your input stream, I already told you that your system.in will have a data in form of bytes. So your input stream will be input to your input stream reader, and your input stream reader will be given as a parameter to your buffer reader. So now your input stream reader acts as a bridge between the input stream and the buffer reader. So here your, as already told you, input stream is of type byte, and then your buffer reader could accept stream of from characters. So now here you can see the demo program. So here we have a main method. So we have a buffer reader. So we have a buffer reader for which your input stream reader is given as a parameter, a new input stream reader. You can see that here we don't have any instance being created with a particular object name. So it means that whenever I say new and then my input stream reader, so it means that a new object of the input stream reader is created and then it is given as a parameter. Whereas if you are not going to refer this particular object anywhere, you can very well use this new keyword and then you can create an instance. Whereas if you are going to use this particular object somewhere else also, so in that case I cannot have this new keyword and input stream reader. Instead of that, I can create a stream reader and give the object name here. So here system.in. So already it's been told that system.in is nothing but your keyboard, default input device. So now I have a method called readLine. This reads the entire stream till I find a new line character. So then it's printed. So this readLine, that is your readLine method, returns a data type of type string. So string is again a class. You can see that string is again a class, yes, caps. So always your class name start with uppercase. So string class, I am creating an instance of the string, I am reading this particular buffer reader. So this will return a string and it will be stored in str. So now your str will get printed. So here I've catched the IO exception. So here reading and writing the data through character string. So already I have told you that whenever I try to read, I may read it from a particular device or communication media or from a file. So you can see here I have a buffer reader and then I have the read line method. So this buffer reader's read line method is going to communicate with input stream reader, or this could communicate with the file reader, or it could communicate with the socket, or it could communicate with the print stream. So if at all it's communicating to a print stream, so it will be given to display. If it is input stream reader, it means that it accepts the input from the keyboard. If it is file, so it will be a file which is available in a particular disk, and then if it is socket, it will be a communication line. So anyway, whenever we are going to study about net package, we are going to see in clear about what is socket, what is server socket, and how we are going to communicate your socket and server socket through your network communication. So through your network, if at all I want to send and receive a particular data type, a particular data, then I need to use socket. So this socket could very well be communicated to your buffer reader. A few instances of buffer reader is created. So buffer reader instance, here new buffer reader, new, here file reader is given as the parameter. So args of 0. So it means that it's command line argument, that is your 0th argument. Next is buffer reader. Here buffer reader has a new input stream reader and then system.in. So the user input taken from the standard input device is read using input stream reader and then converted into characters using buffer reader. The content from a file in a disk, hard disk or a floppy can be read character by character using the file reader. Now the data that is read can be transferred into other computers connected in the network through socket connections. The data can be displayed as characters on the standard output device. So whenever I say standard output device, your system.out should come into your mind. So it means that is your standard output device. By default is your console, or you can also call it as monitor. So your monitor or console means that it is system.out. So system.out is a variable which refers to the standard output device of the same computer or displayed on the standard output of the different computers in the network using your print stream. So here we have already seen about print stream. So print stream is going to handle data type your byte. So your print scheme, so whenever I write something on the print screen, automatically that will be communicated to the other system across the network. So your print stream helps you in writing the contents over to the other system through the network. So if the character encoding scheme used is not specified explicitly, then the default encoding scheme of the platform will be used. It is advisable to wrap an input stream reader within a buffer reader as shown in the following code. Always it's better practice to use buffer reader and then your input stream reader. So whenever you have a set of streams which could handle a character, so normally there will be some character encoding schemes available which will help whenever you send some data across the network. This encoding scheme is the one which helps you in converting your data into a format that is encoded so that it can again be secured, or some cases if I want that in a particular data type, I can encode that into a particular data type and then send. And there are also character set encoding that is available. I can go in for using the character set encoding. In case of RMI, that is my remote method invocation, if I am trying to use a remote system and I am trying to invoke a method, so in that case also my data need to be converted into a particular type. So again we are going to see that in your next session about your serialization process, converting your object into stream. So anyway, there should be some change in the format using which you can send it across any device, or you can send it across your network and move that into any device. So we have file reader class. File reader is a class that will enable us to read character data from the file. This class extends from input stream reader class. So your file reader anyway is going to be connected to your input stream reader, as already we have seen, and then this could also be communicated to your buffer reader again. So if I want to, I have a file. So in my file I have multiple lines of data. So in that case what I can do is just I can use my buffer reader in the middle and then I can read it line by line. Whereas in this case directly if I am using file reader I can read it character by character. So in that case I have to use a method called read which will return a character. Whereas in case of if I want to read the entire line, then I can use my read line method of my buffer reader. So which could get the contents from your file reader. So file reader will read character by character, whereas your buffer reader will read entire buffer. So it can be a new line character also. So next about your piped reader. So the piped reader class is a subclass of the reader. It is used for piping character input streams. So piping character input stream, open one character input stream on top of other. Piping your character input stream is you can keep on. So for example, I have one pipe and then on that top of that I can build another pipe and then pass on my data to the other pipe. So this could help me provided. So think that I have something to be filtered. So I have one pipe and then I can have a filter and then I can have an other pipe. So the filtered streams could also be included in the middle of two pipes that you construct. So it may be input as well as your output. So here the string reader class. So this class is used for reading characters from a string. So your string is a set of characters. String is a set of characters, whereas if I am going to use it as a string, so then I can use only the methods that is available in the string. So there is a class which will help me in order to read the characters in the string. Otherwise I have to use the method that is available in the string class. So this class also extends the reader class. So you can see here, here in your main method you have a string and then I have a string reader which takes a particular string as the parameter. Now this reader could read the characters that is available in your string str. So here you can see sr.read. So your string reader dot read. So this is going to give me an integer which will not be equal to 1. It means that that is not the end of the string. So now system.out.print I am printing one particular character that is taken from the string. So this read method will return one by one the characters that is available in the string. So already we have seen, when we have seen the byte array, we have seen that a string is converted into bytes and then it is being given to byte array. Here the string is converted into characters with the help of the read method. So here I have catched the IO exception and then I have printed the exception. So next we will see about what are all the writer classes available. So as told in the previous session, your data that you are going to handle using readers and writers are characters. So writers are used in order to write the contents into any of the device. Using your writer classes, we can just write the contents in any of the device in form of characters. So here writer is again an abstract superclass for the character streams that are used for writing characters of data. So now we will have a short break and then continue with all the other writer classes. So welcome after the break. So before break we were discussing about the reader classes and we have started about the writer classes. So now we will continue with that. The writer is an abstract superclass of the character streams that are used for writing characters of data. So the writer classes are adept at handling Unicode characters. So it's nothing but your writer classes are good in handling your Unicode characters and hence are preferred to object output streams. So instead of your object output streams, just you can use this particular writer classes and you can handle the Unicode characters. So you can see the declaration of the class: public abstract class writer extends object. So we have already seen what is an object. So object is base class of all the classes that is created in Java. So again, writer is a class that is available in Java, hence this also comes under, or it's also the derived class of your object. So the subclasses of writer classes are as given below. So you can see that you have writer class, and then you have print writer, we have piped writer, we have string writer, buffer writer, character array writer, your file writer. So your buffered writer class. So just like your buffered input streams, buffer writer class maintains an internal buffer of characters and hence enable writer to write characters, lines, arrays and strings efficiently. So as already told, the efficiency is the objective of using a buffer. So whenever I try to pass a particular character over the writer, so the writer could handle a character by character. So in that case, if I want to read an entire line, so the next character in the stream will be buffered. So I need not spend time in order to get the next character to my stream. So my buffer writer will help me in order to get the data once that particular data has been buffered. So we can give a buffer of a particular size, or we can restrict that by using a new line character. So the buffer size can be specified. When the buffer size is unspecified, the default size will be used. So I already told you that you can use a particular buffer size, or you can also take your end line as the stop, that is your delimiter, to find out the end of the buffer. So buffer writer class extends again your writer class. Next is your character array writer. So we have seen byte array in case of your streams. You have seen byte array. So we have seen byte array for input also. We have seen byte array stream for output also. So we already know that your stream, that is your input stream as well as output stream, can handle bytes. So we have few classes which could read those bytes and construct an array. So here also we have readers and writers. So readers and writers handle characters. So what we have? We have character array reader and writer. So because the data could be read and written in form of a array, that is your character array. So there is no conversion needed in this case. So here we have character array writer class. It's used for writing a character into array of characters. The character array writer again extends the writer class. So the data written into this stream can be retrieved using two character array and two string methods. So two character array is a method that is available in your character array writer class. So writer class, you already know that you are going to write that particular data. So that stream holds some characters, that is array of characters. So we can use two character array method or two string method in order to write your data. Next is your filter writer. So filter writer, already we have seen in all your filtered streams. Okay, filter writer, as the name suggests, it's used for working on character streams by manipulating the input data based on certain filters or condition defined by the user. So already we have seen that a specific range of values, or if I want only ASCII characters, or for example if I want characters from A to D alone, so in that case I can set my filter writer such a way that I get only these type of characters. So we have seen already this type of streams were in case of your bytes. So here you can directly use character restrictions regarding your characters. So this class is abstract, hence the way filtering is to be implemented by the user. So we have seen about abstract class already. right? So abstract class could not be instantiated. Wherever if somebody wants to have an implementation for that abstract method, the class which inherits the abstract method could be written or else it could be implemented by the user as they need. So here file writer class is an abstract class and the implementation could be, the file writer class is an abstract class, the implementation of the filter that you need to implement could be implemented by the user as per the conditions that they are in need of. So next is your output stream writer. So your output stream writer acts as a bridge between your character streams and your byte stream. So we have already seen about input stream reader. So similar to that of input stream reader, your output stream writer could act as a bridge between two different streams. So the class output stream writer extends the writer class. So you can see here you have a character stream and you have a byte stream. So your output stream writer, the input is of type character and then you can convert that into byte stream. So the same way output stream writer, I am creating an instance of the output stream writer. Here I have system.out. So system.out is nothing but our console. So now here your system.out needs the data in form of bytes, whereas your input to output stream writer will be in terms of characters. So this writer, this your output stream writer input, that is your character stream, is converted into the byte stream and then it gets printed in your system.output. So this acts as a bridge between character stream and the byte stream. So every time the write method is invoked, it invokes recalls, the encoding converter on the given characters. So every time the write method is invoked, every time I am trying to invoke the write method, it invokes recalls. So the encoding converter on the given character. So now the given character is encoded into a format. So characters that are converted into bytes are stored in buffer before they are written into the underlying output stream. So you also have a process of buffering in the middle. So whenever I convert from one format to another format, I can just use some buffer also in the middle. So here we are trying to convert the characters into bytes. So intermediate buffer is used in order to, before you are trying to convert that into the stream or before you are redirecting that into the stream. This buffer size can be specified, though the default size is generally enough for most programs. So here in this case also I can specify the buffer size, even though it is not mandatory, it is optional. The default size is generally used for the most of the programs. So here you can see characters are passed to write are not buffered. So write method, whenever I say this is not buffered, it is advisable to wrap an output stream writer within a buffered writer as shown. So already we have seen the same in case of your readers also. So buffer writer is equal to new buffer writer. So here I have an output stream writer which is to your system.out. So here we have a sample program. You can see I am trying to take set of arguments. So here I am checking for the length. If it is not equal to 1, system.err. So already we have seen about this stream. So system.err is nothing but the default, it will be your console. So your error will be printed on the console. System.err.println, type the following in the command line. So this will print the particular error. So now system.err.println Java output stream writer demo myfile.txt. So I am checking a particular file. So here I have a file reader. So the argument 0 should be a file name. So I am displaying the output stream writer to standard output device. So it means that I am going to write something on my standard output. So output stream writer, I am giving system.out as the argument. So now buffer writer, for which my output stream writer is parameter. So here I have fr.read. So it means that my file reader dot read. So this will return an integer value of a particular character that is read from the file reader. So file reader handles characters. So the int form of that particular character will be fetched to C. If it is not equal to -1, so I am writing that into buffer writer. So buffer writer dot write of C, that character is being written to the buffer writer. So again I call a read. So I continue this till I come to the end of that particular file. So I am closing my file reader, buffer writer. So now I am checking my exception, that is my file not found exception. So if at all the file that is given in args of 0 is not found, so this will be raised. Otherwise an IO exceptions will be raised in general. So this IO exception could be raised in case if any of your stream is not been created. So next we will move into file writer. So file writer is a class that will enable us to write character data into a file. So the class maintains an internal buffer while writing the data. So this class extends from input stream reader. So file reader and file writer. So now we are having a demo for how you could read a data from your file and write it into the file using your file reader and file writer. So here we have a file reader demo. I am giving an checking that whether my arguments is not equal to 2. It means that I am going to give an input file as well as the output file. So here we have args of 0 as your source file and args of 1 as your destination file. So file, I am creating new file, file is equal to new file. I am having a file reader which is going to read from input file and which is going to write to an output file. So here you can see that in.read. So I am reading the contents from my file and then I am having it in C, and then I am writing it to the out. So out is here nothing but my file writer. So I am reading it from my file reader and then I am writing it to the file writer. So and then this is closing your file reader as well as your file writer. So then after that I am creating the file and I am trying to display the contents what is written in my file. So here you can see that my source file, what all contents I have in my source file is given to the destination file, and then here from the destination file I am trying to read. Now it is opened as a reader. So my destination file is opened with the help of reader. So now it could be used to read. So I am reading it and then I am printing it. So file not found exception raised while my file is not found, and then IO exception in general. So we have piped writer class. So it's a subclass of writer. It is used for piping character output stream. Character output stream we can open one character output stream onto the other. So this again extends the writer class. So we also have a print writer class. Already we have discussed about print writer class. This class is going to be used for any communication media. This writer object can be used to write string data and object data that are formatted as string. So this class implements all version of print method that are available in print stream. So all print stream methods could be used here in your print writer also. Print writer cannot be used to write raw bytes of data. So raw bytes of data could not be written using your print writer. So we can read data from the file through file reader wrapped using your buffer reader. So we can use file reader as well as buffer reader together. This data could be written by same Java application to another file through file writer, that is wrapped using print writer. So here in this demo program you can see that buffer reader reading from your input, and then I am having a set of inputs that is taken about employee name, salary, status, etc. And then here I am trying to use the buffer reader, read the contents, and then I am checking whether I am validating whether it is of type character dot is letter. So if it is not, it will allow only the alphabets. So you can see I am parsing that, and that is I am reading in H, and then I am reading you can see that I am reading the salary, then I am checking the status, and then you can see that print writer I am trying to write the contents inside a file. So, all these contents. So, I am trying to write employee name, employee age, salary and the status, whatever I have got from my buffer reader. So, you can see I am reading from a file and then writing to a file. So, I have file I have a file through file reader. I am communicating that to the buffer reader and then to my application. Application will write that into the print writer and then into my file writer. So, here in my application I have file reader, file writer, buffer reader and print writer. Next is string writer class. So, string that we want to write to a stream is first assigned to a buffer. The contents of this string buffer are then used to construct a string. This string is finally written to the character string. So, this class again extends from the writer class. So, we have seen about few readers that are available and then writers available in IO package and the programs that uses readers and writers. So, from this we will be able to answer the questions such as differentiation of file reader versus buffer reader, and then we can give the usage of print writer, how to use input stream reader and output stream reader, which could act as a bridge between the various character streams. So, in this session we have discussed about readers and writers, whereas in your next session we will see about various other packages that is available in your Java API. Thank you.